Welcome back to the channel, lads and ladies, and the tank toddler is in nap time. Grandma is cleaning in the kitchen, and little jet baby is bouncing in her bouncer, trying to build up that climb rate. And we are here in the IS-6. I looked at my Soviet tank tree and I thought, you know what? This needs improvement. So I decided to see if the IS-6 still has what it takes. I've done a few videos on this tank. It's one of those vehicles that I spent a lot of time in. And even if the armor is not quite so reliable after power creep and certain adjustments that needed to be made quite some time ago, the thing is still a beast from the east. It is a heavy tank that can move similar to a light tank, has the fantastic reverse rate, although its shifting speed has been reduced a bit to where it can't pop in and out of cover quite as effectively as it did in the past. Nonetheless, to make a long story short, the IS-6 still has what it takes. A good idea is to boost up your turret where most of your frontal weak spots are going to be. Your lower plate is also almost a weak spot, but with its good angle, it's difficult to punch through, and anything that has heat FS is going to be able to lull pen you through the hole, so there's really not much you can do about that. But you'd be surprised at what you can accomplish nonetheless. A little bit of, we'll call it odd piloting from our teammate there, who saw we were going to try and slip past him, decided to try and get out of the way at the last second, and ended up being a bit more of a doorstop than intended. But to be fair, his tank is shaped like a doorstop, so maybe that's his destiny after all. Seeing the reaction of my teammate up there in the medium tank, T-54 if I'm not mistaken, as I can see it there on the screen, I know there's an enemy around the corner, but I barrel on through anyway, hoping to pull a nice advanced positioning, put some pressure on the enemy. If he has two targets to aim at, he's going to have to pick one, or we could just nuke him from the front with a shot on the move. I still got it, lads and ladies. IS-6, my old bae. I spent some time in test drive, as I do when I'm coming back to a tank I haven't played in a while, and one of the things that I love about IS-6 is still very much the case, and that is the turret mounted, okay, I can't use Teslead skills with every shot. That was pretty bad. Conqueror, don't look at me, nothing to see here. And the Tiger 2 just decides to back that booty on up into me, pays the price, and we manage to shoot one over his blazing rump to finish off our foe. T-114 thinks about going cheeky into the breaky, but is too afraid to close the gap to get that cannon depression that he needs. We decide to flank around while he fiddles around deciding which target he's going to aim for. T-114 doesn't have the best performance on the move, and we put the potate into the crew compartment. Good night, sweet prince. What's that, our third kill? Not bad at all. This is a bruiser tank that plays well on the front line, even better when supported by one or two teammates that can give it time to aim its big ol' heck off gun. At this battle rating, you are going to have to aim for weak spots occasionally, but it does feel awfully good to punch right through that light armor now, doesn't it? And the fuse on this round is actually pretty good, as you saw, setting off inside that T-114 to just destroy every single thing inside that vehicle. Not sure why my teammate is machine gunning me there. Maybe he was trying to send a message. I don't know. Maybe he's just saying hi. I thought about going for the shot on the move, but decided against it and picked up my fourth kill through the upper front plate of that M46. The poor bastard didn't stand a chance at this battle rating. Sort of an issue. I kind of feel like the M46 actually deserves a 6.7 battle rating. Not that America is hurting for tanks at 6-7. But, oh, that one dipped just a little bit lower than we wanted. Otherwise, we would have picked up a nice, what's that? 5th, 6th kill? Something like that. 5th kill, I think that would have been. Centurion pinging our track here, hoping we'll pop out and show some skirt. And we do. Not enough for him to take aim at us, but enough to threaten him. Again, if the enemy's got to target 2 people, he's going to have to make that decision. And we then get the advantage. He decides to duck into cover. His teammate opening fire on our Tiger II, who pops him a good one. The Long 88, still a very powerful gun in this game. Now that the IS, what is that, an IS-3 or IS-4? Can't quite tell. I think that's IS-3, judging from the turret shape. And the Tiger II pushing forward. I decide to take the lead as I horribly waste that shot on the move. But I do have allies coming, so this Centurion's going to have to make a call. His call was to die. Now, T-30, what's it? T-20 Summit, T-34, not quite sure. Let's pop him in the side. Bloop. And he gets the love for our next kill. And I'm loving it. Now we've pushed the enemy back toward their spawn. They need to defend their spawn zone, and I need to repair a track. We'll be back up in 30 seconds. But this is a perfect look at what the IS-6 can do. Now this is obviously a down tier. We're facing a lot of 6.7s here, 7.0s, and these are things that IS-6 is reasonably capable at defending itself from. But with your good side armor, you can side scrape even against Heat FS and the kind of things you'll be facing in an up tier. I wouldn't rely too much on the armor against APDS, but it is better than nothing, and it is better than most. And at 8.3, the only thing you really have to worry about is Shotkal Dalet. And that is something you can delete with your main gun. Seeing the machine gun fire from our teammate and the muzzle flash, knowing we're facing another enemy tank here, M103, we go for a quick shot because he just fired. I wanted to put the pressure on him. Now I'm advancing. Before I realize it, I'm inside their spawn zone. I didn't really know where I was here, but we're gonna have the reload on him, and we have a beautiful shot to just boop everything. Now we have just enough time to get out of the cap zone, or sorry, out of the spawn zone, and to safety. We are feet from safety. We are feet from safety as that big butt Tiger II slot gets in our way, and we are just deleted. To be fair, I shouldn't have been there. I didn't know where we were. I didn't know I was in the flag until I drove into there. But you gotta go where the enemy is, right? Well, that kind of thing happens. Speaking of, here we were in a somewhat extended engagement with this P-51, ending up with serious damage on my airplane, and as I go into gunner view to try for one last shot to take him down with my 20mm defensive gunner, the airplane decides to roll itself over because of its damage, and I die. Now, that Mustang still up, but seeing a P-61, I decide to go for the Widow and make a Widow out of the Widow Maker. Hit. Too close to the 50 cals. We need to pull away. Pulling up here, but that turret doesn't respond all that quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and try for one quick burst, and then I need to get out of here. He's starting to get on target, and if he gets just a single 50 cal into me, I'm very likely to set on fire and die. So I GTFO the neighborhood. We hear the P-51 coming, yes, up the cliff. He pulls into a climbing spiral. We do the same. I use a little bit of negative elevator here to spread out the distance between us so I can make the most out of my energy advantage. He's not going to be able to get guns on target here as he runs out of energy, and I'm looping onto his tail, but he's turning aggressively, surprisingly well for a P-51, and I notice him manually inputting some rudder there. So this is an experienced player. which is not a surprise with how he performed in that dogfight earlier when I was in the IL-10. It wasn't really enough that I felt like showing you guys there. It was just me fighting for my life and failing. Realizing he can't outturn me, he takes one turn and then starts to burn, running away, trying to regain his max speed. Again, these are the hallmarks of an experienced P-51 pilot. If you're in the Mustang, you have one good turn at high speed where you can keep up with lighter aircraft, and then there's the kill on the P-61. And then you need to jet. Unfortunately, he's at low altitude. He came from a low energy state. He's not going to be able to outrun me. He decides to go for the kill on my teammate. Again, this is a good decision. He wasn't going to win the dogfight here. We get an extended burst on his tail section, set him afire, take him down. There's our second air kill in short order, and the match is done. Anyway, that was a quickie for you guys today. I've been having a total blast. My passion for War Thunder has been reignited by the massive sales we've been seeing. And, well, I guess I'm just having a great time. Anyway, that was a lot of fun, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.